Hi, I didn't see you there. And because of this mobile wall, I'm assuming you didn't see me either. In the past, this mobile wall was part of one of my videos. I wanted to create a new video centered around this wall just to show you all the cool things it can actually do. To get things started, here are the 4 uses I can think of for this. A room divider, a mobile wall, a secret wall, or even a zoom background. Given the pandemic, I think this is going to be one of the most beneficial uses. This way, no one will know that your office is secretly a laundry room. That, and the ability to hide any mess or take your background with you. For reference, the room looked like this when we started. We did some renovations and really found a need to hide everything back there. So now we use this as a secret wall to hide some of our cleaning products and some of the more important components of the room. So let's get started. This is a brick styled panel that I got from Home Depot, and it's going to be the face of our mobile wall. I chose a brick theme, which I knew I would paint later on, but they honestly have a lot of options, so be sure to look around. I knew that this board would be a little too big to carry in and out of the house, so I cut it in half to make it more manageable. I measured out the approximate halfway point and lined up a straight piece of oak. Then I used a speed square to make sure that the board was perpendicular to the oak. This will make sure that your 2 pieces are perfectly square when you cut across. And once everything's perfectly lined up, don't forget to use clamps to secure the straight board. One important thing to note here is that I elevated the panel using a 2x4 on each end, and this is so the blade doesn't contact the ground. Once you're done with the panel, we can move on to making the frame. The entire frame will be made out of 2x4s and held together with pocket hole screws. I found my base and then attached 2 6-inch boards behind it. I know I mentioned pocket hole screws, but this entire thing can be done with drywall screws too. Attaching the main base to the 2 6-inch boards is going to give us somewhere to put the wheels. These wheels are part of the reason why this is a mobile wall, otherwise it would just be a wall. In case I get any questions, you can find these at pretty much any hardware store. Toy with this design a little bit and find something that's stable. After I was done with the wheelbase, I attached 2 long stretchers on each side. You just want to make sure that these are as tall as you want your wall to be, and that the width of the base matches the width of your wall too. I also threw in a middle support, and this is to make sure that the 2 long stretchers aren't just dangling around. After you finish all that, just be sure to test your mobile wall to make sure that it won't fall over. I took this to the laundry room and laid the wall panel in front of it. Then I started securing the entire thing with brad nails, but of course regular nails work too. I just used brad nails to make the process a little more quick and easy for me. Once that first panel was secure, I tested out the fitment and started adding the second panel. I left out the part where I cut the panel to fit the room, and that's because every room is different. I really don't think that any of my explanations would have made everybody happy. Once I made sure the fit was perfect, I started playing around with some colors. The lighting made this one look a little bit like peanut butter, so I went back to neutral. Ultimately, I went back to the color that you saw at the beginning of the video. Once I had my dog's approval, I knew this project was pretty much done. So there you have it. That's the wall that hides our mess, using a structure that can also work as your zoom background. Not to mention that this would be pretty awesome for a game of hide and seek.